This is a space for grounded tarot, oracle guidance, and intuitive insight. Take a deep breath, settle in, and let's see what messages want to come through today. So, the decks I'm going to use today, because this is going to be all about love and relationships, is the Love Oracle deck that we're going to use to answer questions with, which I have come up with. So we're going to ask these questions here using this Oracle deck. And then we're going to go through the zodiac signs with the Gypsy fortune deck. Please keep in mind that I do read cards intuitively, so I'm not reading from the book or using a book either. Mm. All right, let's begin. Father, Jesus, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Universe, Love Oracle, what messages do you have for this moment for the collective? And the question at this time is, what is coming next in their love life? What is coming next in their love life? What messages is coming through here for the collective about what's coming next in our love life? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I am a fast shuffler, but usually I don't have that much trouble. Ooh. Mm. Okay. So it looks like at the moment there's going to be. So the question I asked, what is coming next in my love life? And this is a collective reading. With that being said, there's a soulmate here that should be coming in if it's not if they haven't already come in. This could be someone from the past that you have unfinished business with, and it could be around finances and career. Like maybe before, like your money wasn't right, you couldn't date this person, or their money wasn't right, they couldn't date you. Let's see. Oh, they was also a player. Okay. But you have a new soulmate and a new love coming in cooking, which is going to bring about major healing in your life in this situation. Cookie. I like how you just lay on my decks. So for okay, well, at the moment, this is you. Liquid courage, bravery, confidence, intoxicated, odd behavior. You might have odd behavior toward this person when they return because you've healed, and you may have been that this healing you've gone through. I'm going around this way since she happened to lay where I laid the cards that way. So this is you at this time. Now, this right here tells me that you've had some liquid courage that's been bringing about some bravery and confidence within yourself that's created healing. And they're like addicted to you for some reason. They want to go on a date. And this relationship, there's a hidden meaning here. You're still in between the lines of this person. You're still in between the lines of whether or not you want to continue with this person. Your intuition is telling you something. Um, you have a gut feeling already about this, but there's a storm warning and a text message and wedding coming up here. So either This is going to go a few ways because this is also a collective. So it's for everyone. I would say that um, whatever comes next in your love life, someone's going to reach out in a text message. It could be during a storm. They could be using that as a way to, as an excuse to check on you. Um, you could think and feel that you've met the one and that there's a union. Oh, it's going to bring about some change. That's for certain. Okay. So whatever somebody's coming in, all right, Cooker, you've got to move, your friend. You've got to move. I got to get the cards. You've got to move. Lord, I didn't know you was gonna come in here and lay all over my cards. Did not plan this for you. Oh, there's reconciliation, but I just cut the deck too. So somebody from the past is coming back in your love life. Okay, so what will happen within the next 3 months? All right, so Father, angels, Jesus, ascended masters, universe. What is going to happen within the next 3 months for the collective? Can the collective expect to happen within the following 3 months? Mhm. Kiwi, oh, I'm glad you're in there all about, yeah, talking and screaming. If you can hear my bird, I apologize. He's in there just to talking. Yeah, Kiwi. Her name is Kiwi. She's trying to sweet talk me. All right, so what's going to happen in your love life within the next 3 months? Oh my goodness. Okay, right out the bat, heartbreak. So someone's going to get their heart broken within the next 3 months. Now, keep in mind, this heartbreak may not come from you. This heartbreak, let me see right here. This heartbreak is coming from, I feel like, this person because you may be meeting someone who is not who they say they are. You may feel like they're the one. You could have met them through friends. There's always money problems or they're materialistic. They're always working. Is that why there's a mask? Are they living a double life? Oh, there's a third party. This person, you can meet someone who is actually um married, or yeah, I would say married. Now the thing is though, um you might not be heartbroken. It could be the other female being heartbroken, and you could be the winner. Let's see, but the cards will tell us. Okay, so the grass is greener. Jealousy, better option, unhappy, and deserve better. So what you need to know, oh, hold on, let me lay these here down. Yep. And okay. So what you need to know is you have better options. You deserve better. I don't know if this heartbreak is going to be on your end or this person's end, but you're going to end up cutting ties with someone here that you thought was the one. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't last, I wouldn't give thought to it too long because the grass is going to be greener somewhere else. There's change and healing coming in your environment, even though you may be anxious or you may have depression or panic attacks or be restless about it because you are somewhat embracing the unknown and navigating unknown territory. Thank you, Cookie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me look at the bottom of the deck now. Oh yes. Okay. Well, there's definitely going to be a breakup that comes within the next 3 months. This could be through text message, over social media, but this is because this is a toxic relationship. You may end up getting into a relationship with someone who is already married or already in a committed relationship. But I almost feel like you're the one that's going to have anxiety over this, but the person who is actually the other person, I feel like they're going to be the one that's heartbroken. Right? Let me know if you like these readings. If you like these readings, I'll keep these going. I'd like to change them up. See, look, I just cut the cards to the crossroads. So something is at a crossroads here within the next 3 months over someone from your past. I feel like this is still somebody from the past that you haven't let go of. So whatever you have, whoever you've been dealing with, you're going to be dealing with them for 3 more months. You might as well say, what does your higher self want you to know? All right, Father, Jesus, archangels, cinemasters, universe. What does the collective's higher self want them to know when it comes to their love life? What does the what does the collective's higher self want them to know at this time? What does the collective's higher self want them to know at this time? Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I think you need to get yourself ready because it looks like somebody from the past is going to be coming back trying to give you some type of proposal. They have regrets over a third party situation. You already know this. This relationship's become toxic. You might even be surrendering this relationship because it, one second, let me see the bottom. Yes, this mother scruncher. All right. So, what does my higher self want me to know at this time? Look, at this time, you could be focused on, you could be drinking a lot to help kind of like get over this. You're having high hopes. Um, you're, you've got a lot of confidence right now that this person's going to return and offer some type of proposal. They do have regrets in the past because they made a choice that they definitely made the wrong choice. And if they haven't already apologized, then there is an apology coming because they have a lot of guilt and regret from this. There's interference, cheating, competition, and or mistress. So you have to figure out which one you are because I do believe that with this there is I do believe a wife involved. But regardless, your intuition and your gut feeling, your sixth sense about this situation is on point. You know it's toxic. It's time to let it go, release it, give up, and just be patient. And know that when you do that, there's going to be a storm warning. There's going to be a little upheaval, drama, a wrecking ball. And you'll just be an admirer. You'll have some traction. You'll have attraction about you. You'll have suitors that'll give you butterflies. Somebody is going to come in and give you something else. It's just not going to be this person that's this player person that's from your past that you had a relationship with. And this is someone that really could have did you so dirty that you still are like, what the hell just happened? Like, you still don't quite understand what happened because you were in a relationship talking about family and then you weren't. And now there's like other people involved. All right, so let's look at we have to get rid of these people from the past. Yep, cut the deck right to change. All right, let's see here. All right, Gypsy Fortune. I'm looking for prepare yourself to clarify each zodiac sign. What messages do you have for each zodiac sign? Three cards for each zodiac sign. What messages do you have for each zodiac sign? So these cards, I don't go by the book. I do read these intuitively. So of course, we're going to start with Aries. All right. So what messages do we have for Aries? Oh, okay. So, Aries, you may feel like you've had bad luck around your home. You've gotten into an argument or something with, if you're the female in this, then you got into an argument with your husband or your boyfriend or the person that you've been dealing with. Um, it wasn't actually your fault. This person, the masculine in this started it for like no reason at all. This person tried to leave, but if they did, they're coming back. Yes, you may not see this coming, but this person is definitely going to come back and try to give it one more shot with you. Yeah, so you might be at home with the kids looking after the house and stuff. Um, if you're a masculine watching this and you're an Aries, then you're contemplating going back home to your wife and kids. I would suggest you go. All right, let's move on to Taurus. What messages do we have for Taurus? Okay, so there's something that broke in your life that cannot be fixed. Something in your life broke that cannot be fixed. Around your home, it makes you now feel unsafe and unsecure. You thought that this is something that shook up your world. Somebody tricked you. There could have been a bride involved. Someone around you could have been engaged, but then like a letter came through that maybe the person didn't want to engage anymore. So it's like you had to pack up and leave home and move until somebody bye. And it's not something that can be repaired. Yeah, so there's still messages coming in though. Whoever it is, there are still messages coming in. Yep, and there probably will still be an offer of flowers and this person trying to win this Taurus back over. All right, so now let's look for Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? All right, so we have the star. Is that one popped out? Lord. Okay, Gemini. So yours is almost like Aries. Um, you had high hopes for something that wow. Okay, so you had high hopes around a family dynamic, but now Gemini, okay. this card. Let me just show you this card so you see it. Here it is. That's an argument. There's the apology. Okay. But here's the thing, the masculine in this card started the fight with the female. The female did not start the fight, the male did. Okay. So the female is the one who's getting, the shitty end of the stick. She might be at home. Yeah. So she's at home taking care of the house, watching the kids while he's still being a snake, offering false promises, and it almost looks like he's going to be leaving out. Or no, no, or hold on. I'd say that's leaving out. So he's returning. He's coming back in. Yes, he's going to come back home, and he's going to sneak his way back home. You should know that right there. So I don't know what argument you had, but just know that it might be another argument like that. All right, let's go for Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? Ooh, someone's going to offer you flowers or a proposal of some sort. And it could be from a friend. Now, it might be that you're not, something happened with your home that maybe you're not happy about. I mean, the home card in reverse isn't like too bad. Hold on. Okay. This is where Cancer is going to get deep. Okay. You could have had someone in your life that you loved, that you counted on, that made you promises, but also didn't come through with those promises. But now you are, this person might come back around and offer you flowers again and offer you a gift to try to come back home. I would say not to take this person back because the house is in reverse. Because I'm telling you, if you do, your house might be clean and all put together and look top notch and everything right now. But if this person comes back, then this is like it being dirty and nasty and not looking all that great. So you need to look forward to the future of where your loyalties and your friends, your real true friends and real true um passions and lie outside of this relationship. Yes, because somebody's being sneaky here. And I would say it could very well be a fire sign. Someone that either you're married to or is married. All right, so let's look at Leo. What messages do we have for Leo? All right. Let me go ahead and okay. Leo, you made an agreement with someone in the past. Um, I would say that this is with like either you're the woman here. Whoever you're dealing with cares a lot about you, but I don't know if the two of you made an agreement to break up or just to be friends. But there's some type of an agreement here that was made between you and another. But however, I have to say the pig in reverse means that that's the world in reverse. Something's not complete. It's also an eight. So an eight is a number of abundance. Now, looking at the bottom of the deck, you try to create a partnership with this person. You might have had to, it's almost like you couldn't agree, or, yeah, you couldn't agree to the same values or stipulations or the same rules or core beliefs or something like that. So you may have had to exit the room really slow on this one, but I'm just going to say that it's not necessarily over because yes, this person may come back, and when they do come back, they may come back trying to send you flowers to get you to take them back. So just know that there is that. All right, so Virgo. What messages do we have for Virgo? Okay, so there's a sun in reverse, man, the moon, and sorry, I'm over here going because I got to read cards like that. Okay, something you wanted didn't come through, and you don't understand why. You don't know why. You have no clue as to why whatever you've been asking for has not come through and it's not working out. There's no clarity, there's no illumination, or at this time you could be actually at this time you could be reflecting back on what didn't work out and what did work out. You could be reflecting back on the things that didn't work out, and then you're cutting those out of your life, and that could also be creating a shakeup in your life as well. There's going to be a huge shakeup in your friend circle, your love circle, and who you give your time to and your love and loyalty to. Dang, Virgo. That got deep right there, boy. There's an agreement coming in that you can make with somebody. All right, let's go to Libra. What do we have for Libra? Oh, hold on. Okay. All right. So there's a female in this dynamic who is taking advantage of others around her. Yes, she is. Now, somebody could be, holy cow. Okay. So the message I just got is that for Libra, if you are to get sick and if you're with someone, if you have to go to the doctor's office or the hospital, they could be packing up their shit and leaving while you're going and going to another person. And I would say this is why. Because there once was something stable and secure between the two of you, but there's been too much damage that can't be unbroken. There's no loyalty here whatsoever. And the masculine in this scenario is really looking at, his exterior, like what's out there for him. But I feel like if that's not the case, then Libra, someone is using others and taking advantage of other people. And they could be that they're stealing other people's material things when they go to their house, the things that they love. They could be stealing and taking the things and not really sharing with anybody. They could be being stingy right now, whoever you're dealing with. You made an agreement with this person or something. All right, so let's look at Scorpio. These cards want to stick together. Okay. So for Scorpio, again, there's apology from a guy because a guy didn't do something right that affected the female. It turned the house upside down, and they went and it cost a lot of money, whatever it was. But whatever it is, it's unfinished. There's unfinished business. They might have snuck off and left in the middle of the night, but there's some type of delay in messages while you stay home and look after the kids. Hmm. And Scorpio, this one's weird. Let me take this and cut the deck and see what it says. Dang, somebody's sneaking out. So you need to be careful with that. All right, so now let's look at Sagittarius. Okay. Woo! All right, Sagittarius. Someone's made an offer that you didn't accept. They may not have brought you flowers or a gift. Actually, they could have come bearing gifts, but they were like bare minimum gifts, like bread crumbing gifts. You're receiving a lot of messages from them, but it's like they're not coming to see you. It's like once you talk to them, like they're taking off to go somewhere else. Like their loyalties rely to something from the past that didn't work out. They've made agreement with this person, and I think this person takes advantage of them. Mm, I kind of don't. I don't like the feelings or the vibes I get from that one. And that I just cut to the wedding card. So is that someone you're married to? All right, let's look at Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. What are you in there doing all that racket for? Calm down and chill. Sorry, that's my bird, Kiwi. Okay, so Capricorn, something within your home is not right. So you may have neglected like your cleaning duties or your what do you call those? Um, dag on it. Your chores. You could have neglected your chores or keeping up with, keeping your house clean and stuff like that because you're not feeling it. You actually like want to move on to something else, but you're stuck here with someone that mm, okay. Gosh, this is Capricorn's reading. Good Lord. So there's a man here who is very disgruntled. The female is not. She's open, but someone is doing something sneaky in the background while she takes care of the kids, and whatever they're doing, it's going to be something that's going to be like irrebreakable, unbreakable. Like whatever it is they do, it's like it's too much. Like it's the Yeah, it's basically like the thing. Because look at this, I cut the deck straight to that. It's like the fire that lights the. I mean, it's like the light that lights the fire. All right, so now let's go to Aquarius. What messages do we have for Aquarius? Whoa, Chicago. Okay. So that one flew out. Okay. All right. So you might have spent time with someone that you thought that um you would see them again. Come to find out, it doesn't work out some way or shape or form. And then for some reason later on, they come back in offering you. this promise to do better or to do something. So there may be a time where you don't hear from them or they neglect to. There may be delays in communication, but don't worry, they will bring their little sneaky butt right back on in and try to make things right with you some way, shape, or form. Yep, they sure will. All right, let's move on to Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? I'm always excited about Pisces because I'm Pisces. See what these cards have to say. Okay. Gosh, why do all these cards got to be in reverse? Okay. Somebody did you dirty in the back in the past. They could be coming back to breadcrumb your ass again. There's going to be delays in communication. Like the communication that you once had is changed. Like you can't even communicate with them the same way that you used to. Your communication style has completely changed. It's almost like you can't even call them. You have to wait for them to call you. But they're trying to sneak their way back in and they're trying to breadcrumb your ass while they do that. There could be something coming up for July 4th. There's an agreement that you two made in the past, but now it's like you might not want to fall on that agreement. You'd rather find safety and security somewhere else, maybe. Let me see what I cut this deck to. Yeah. You may feel like you deserve better than what this person's giving you. So you may decide to cut them out and go find somebody different. Yeah, and I just cut the deck right back to the same thing again. So if you like these readings, feel free to comment. Let me know what you think and stay tuned. Namaste.